But this one's not about me. That's the whole thing with this new podcast, is that as much as I love to talk about Star Wars, what I want to do is I want to talk to other people about their experience with Star Wars,
Sure.
in the hopes that, I'll learn something and the audience will learn something, in the same way that I did that day when I really stepped in it, and it totally changed my point of view
Mm,
on not just Ben Solo, not just Kylo Ren, but really like eventually all of Star Wars. Like, it reframed everything for me.
right.
Um, and Obi-Wan being my favorite character, and his most notable quote, other than "May the Force be with you," being, "Many of the truths we cling to depend greatly on our own point of view." That's
Yeah,
kind of
that's
that's where the
a
Force
solid truth.
perspectives part comes from, right?
Yeah.
So without further ado, the way that we get into this, the way that we access this conversation, is by me asking you what your favorite piece of Star Wars is, right?
Right.
And I
um,
and I gave you that question, and then
yeah.
you went and you tried to answer it.
Yeah, so I when you had pitched this idea to me, I instantly loved it, and you're like, "Oh, just tell me what your favorite Star Wars is and, why you love it and how it's affected you." And I'm like, "Okay, this should be easy." And I
Yeah,
spent days and days thinking about it, and I came away with all of it, is my answer. And
yeah,
and it was so funny because I kept thinking, well, I saw the originals, and then this is how it affected me as a kid, and then, well, then the prequels came out when I was a teen, and that's how
hmm
they affected me, and but now that I'm an adult and the sequels are out, well, they've definitely affected me this way, and I had just finished watching. If listeners, if you haven't, please go watch Light and Magic on Disney Plus. It's
yes,
about Lucas starting Industrial Light and Magic and how they've became so amazing. And it really opened me up to seeing one man's film changed a lot of the way I saw life. It was the way it changed the way I used my imagination. It informed decisions. It illuminated so much about me as a person. And the idea I'm going to come to you all with is because I'm a loser. I ended up going through childhood photos and looking up dates and saying, well, this is the first Star Wars memory that I have. And I'm going to share this with you real quick, and then hopefully Michael and I can pull this apart for your enjoyment.